Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show, home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature an actionable tip that you can use today. And I'm here with my old buddy, Larry. Larry, tell me a story.
Which story?
A true story, though, this time.
True story. Jeez, here we go. I got to tell the truth. I hate telling. No. Well, the other day you, as I say so many times, you and I talk every single day, and you were telling me, and so I hate to always say how John's the one that turns me on to this stuff, but this is one that I actually know about. I just haven't used it, right? So you were telling me the other day about you were doing a wood rot repair, big surprise. But anyway, you were telling me about how you finally put the little triangle sander on the Oscillating Multitool, right? Which I have one too, and I've looked at it about 10 million times, and I sat there and said to myself, and I just have never used it. You related this story to me, which was the genesis for this, about the sanding attachment. So with that, inform me.
Yeah, so I did a little repair, and I scabbed in a piece of wood onto a job on a wood rod on some trim. Well, where the two pieces of trim meet there, then would I like to kind of be a perfectionist there, and if I had to sand it, I had to sand across it. And it was kind of big, and I usually use this dual action sander that I have. So long story short, I'm like, this thing's really too big for this. It's just getting in the way of everything. And I thought, well, I think I got that little sander, the multi-tool. And this thing continues to impress me to no end. And I was like, I've never used that little triangular sander. It's got a little head that's a triangular head that you just
gets in the corners, right?
It gets in the corners. And I'm like, it didn't seem like, to me, it was like, does it really move that much to make a difference? Well, I put it on there, and this thing worked like a dream. I mean, it sanded like crazy, and it was really detailed. I could really do some nice detail-oriented work with it, and it came out just fantastic. So, this is the kind of thing that, with that little multi-tool, like I just said, it continually impresses me. There's all kinds of things to do. So I think, Larry, what we were talking about is we're going to have a little short series on these attachments for the multi-tool.
Yeah, on the various different attachments. And in the first one, so this is the sander. So now I'm gonna break mine out when I get some of that detail work, because we always get it. I have a corner sander that I've used, and it works pretty well. But like your oscillating sander, it's pretty big, and there's just places where I know I hate breaking that thing out because it's almost too big, and when you're sanding, you can take too much off, right? It's sometimes
that was exactly the point with this DA sander that I have, which it works like a champ,
right?
But everything has its place.
Has its place. So with that, we did a little bit of research on oscillating multi-tool things, and of course we're going to do. We just decided we're going to do a series on these. We're going to inform you about some of the uses, maybe some you've thought about, some you haven't. But don't forget that these things are here. Now we're big proponents of oscillating multi-tools. It's really a game changer for a lot of different things, and we'll get into the other tools in different series. But the one thing on these sanders is, just like all sandpaper, it comes in different grits. So different grits for different jobs, and I'm going to break mine out and start using mine after what you told me, because it's really just a fantastic thing. So with that, folks, be aware we are going to start a series on these. We'll probably run a bunch consecutively. I think there's a lot of tools that you all might not even know exist for these multi-tools. So we're actually going to start doing some reviews on some of these tools that are out there that are other things. For example, there's an electrical box cutter, and there's a scroll saw, and there's some things. We're going to buy some of these tools and do reviews. First reviews we're going to do, obviously, we just did the sander. Just don't forget it's there, that you can do this stuff with it, and that it's there, and that it works. And then there's scraping blades, and there's oscillating saw blades, and then there's also usually grout removal tools too. So it's going to be the beginning of a big thing, John. What do you think?
No, really, really good. And like you said, if you have one of these tools, it really is a game changer. And if you don't know that these other attachments for this particular tool are out there, I'm going to try to bring that to your attention, and we'll be using some of these, and we'll let you know how that goes.
Yep, exactly. So, all right, folks, don't forget, join our Facebook group. That's at Handyman Pros. Join in the conversation. Send us some tips. Tell us what you're doing, all that good kind of thing. If you have something that you'd like to hear about, send us an email, questions@handymanprosradioshow.com. We're also on Twitter at Handyman Radio, and all of that good, groovy stuff are ways to get a hold of us. We really like your feedback. If you do enjoy the show, tell your friends and neighbors. We would really appreciate it. We're trying to get our listener base up. We want to give people good information. We combine these two things because we believe that feedback is critical for us. So if you can, spread the word and send us an email and let us know. With that, we will see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.